Is this right here the Ananta update we have been waiting decades for? Like, this game was announced back before I was born, back before the gacha genre was even a thing. And now, finally, after over 100 years of waiting, well, let's go ahead and take a look. So there's a lot of information circulating, but here's what we can actually publicly discuss. On the one hand, Ananta appeared at the PlayStation booth at China Joy, which is honestly very, very cool. But that's not really what's important. Ananta actually started a little over a day ago activating new advertisements for the game. Now, that could mean two different things. On the one hand, it could mean that their marketing campaign has officially started. On the other hand, it could mean that they're just trying to build up hype. Maybe they're trying to take advantage of the GTA 6 hype. The game is launching at the end of this year. We're approaching its release date, so this is the perfect opportunity to be like, hey, look, we have a game releasing that's very similar, like anime GTA, effectively. And then it gets a little more curious. As you scroll down the page, you'll see their description here. A highly anticipated open world RPG for 2026. Follow Ananta for the latest updates. This is the official Ananta TikTok channel. They describe themselves first and foremost as a highly anticipated open world RPG. They don't label themselves as a gacha game. They don't label themselves as an anime game, just open world RPG. They also, interestingly enough, label the game as a 2026 release. That is definitely interesting information, because if you think about it, how many months are left of the year for? How many public beta tests have taken place? 0. We had the China offline test phase, and then we had a demo test phase at Tokyo Game Show 2025. I was personally sponsored to take part in this test phase myself. I have a ton of footage here in my Google Drive folder going over all of it. Honestly, there was so little I think I actually found issue with in the demo. The cosplayers were great. The game was great. I mean, like, look, you could see the game on screen right now. It is flawless. The designs are great. Look how realistic the cowgirl is. Look at how realistic this dude is. Look at him. Like, these are some great looking, very realistic characters. I have a lot of very realistic character physics in place, and like, this dude looks incredibly excited to see this character. I guarantee you he probably ended up pulling for her and probably failed his 50-50 if this were a character gacha game, but it is not a character gacha game, so you don't have to worry about that. 2026, but no public test phase. I don't quite know about that. I believe that what happened here is they either typoed it, or maybe this was a recycled advertisement that they just clicked publish for now. Or at the very least, that's what I would have thought, but there's another update. Here's another ad. Ananta is promoting 21 hours ago. This is a different ad to this one. This is several hours apart. This was actually published on the Ananta TikTok account. I'm assuming this is TikTok. 11 hours ago. This was 21 hours ago, so a total of 32 hours ago. Once again, they state a highly anticipated open world RPG for 2026. Follow Ananta for the latest update. So it has the exact same text, although this one has a little, party popper thing, and then here's a smiley face with love hearts. This one doesn't have anything. It's just all text. That is it. Now, at this juncture, you might be thinking, oh, there's no way they typoed for both, right? There are hundreds of likes, dozens of comments, lots of favorites. And then there's this. 4 hours ago, they're running a hell of a lot of ads. It turns out, not only does every single advertisement here state, get ready to explore a new world. Follow Ananta for the latest updates on one of 2026's most anticipated open world RPGs, which is actually slightly different to this. Get ready to explore a new world, a highly anticipated open world RPG for 2026. Follow Ananta for the latest updates on one of 2026's most anticipated open world RPGs. This one just says follow Ananta for the latest update. So it looks like they're trialing different sets of text, different descriptions in each of the ads. It looks like all of these share the same text. They've all been copied and pasted. Every single one has identical text to the other. There are 5, 10, 14 different advertisements just here in this alone. All of them are active. Some of them have low impression counts, but all of them are active. They all started running on July 31st. It is the 2nd of August right now, which means that it has been over 48 hours since these adverts have been running. Yo, I don't mean to interrupt the video, but I need to take a moment here to thank all my incredible patrons over on Patreon whose support continues to allow for me to do regular videos like this every single day on this channel. Thank y'all so much, including our YouTube channel members. You guys mean the world to me. So do you guys as viewers as well. Now, without further ado, let's continue. And then it also says as this ad has multiple versions, but I don't know. After seeing all this, like, this might have been a typo. This seems much less like a typo. Multiple different ads in a row, that's unlikely. This doesn't seem like a typo at all, which means that either they're gonna release the game this year, which would be kind of crazy because they'd be directly competing with GTA 6, or maybe they're just trying to build hype. They're using 2026. Maybe because they're stating here, like in the original ones, it said for 2026, and then in all of these, they state one of 2026's most anticipated open world RPGs. So they no longer state for 2026. Instead, they all state one of the year's most anticipated. No longer a confirmation. This can no longer even be misconstrued as being a confirmation. You might have thought this could be before. You might have thought this could be as well. That's definitely true. But this states that as of this year, Ananta is one of the most anticipated open world upcoming RPGs, and that is true. I don't know why they're rolling out so many ads. I'm assuming because they have some big news coming probably very, very soon. Not at Tokyo Game Show. I doubt they're going to be at Tokyo Game Show. The majority of Chinese gacha companies are not going to be at TGS at all due to some conflict between China and Japan that I'm not going to go into. But maybe we'll get something at Gamescom. Maybe we'll get something completely unrelated to Gamescom and TGS. I don't know. Either way, I'm very excited because they wouldn't be pushing out dozens and dozens of different advertisements if they weren't prepping something big. I don't think it's a release date. I think that we're going to get a beta test very, very soon. So I would keep an eye out for more Ananta coverage from Papa Stix right here. I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment, so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you are not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.